Hey guys, Manny back here with another video on the CascadeScents fragrance station. This one is my question and answer response video. Now, if you haven't seen my first impressions for Midnight in Paris, I asked you guys in the comment section of that video to leave me a bunch of questions you want answered for in the future. Well, here is that video to answer those questions, so we may as well start off with the first one I'm going to answer today, and that is by Raj at 8RK7. Would you wear a fragrance if others dislike it, but you like it? And the answer, bro, is I would not. And the reason for that is if I'm with someone for the evening or the daytime, the last thing I'd want to do is choke out my company. So if I'm with someone that I know dislikes something from my collection, I'll probably reach for something else, something that's a little bit more crowd pleasing or something that I know that they already like. Next question is by Rajesh G, and I think what he's trying to ask is, should he wait for the 1 EDP to be available in this area in Asia, or should he just pull the trigger on the 1 EDT? And my response to that is to buy the 1 EDP off of FragranceNet or FragranceX, a gray market site that's willing to ship to you internationally. The reason I'm recommending the EDP is because of performance for the most part. I think the bass in it is super resonant and deeper, hence it will last longer, but if you're into compliments too, with that deeper bass, I feel like that really gives this DNA its compliment factor. So I feel like you're going to get a bit more compliments out of this as well. So for performance and compliments, definitely get the 1 EDP over the EDT. Moving on to the next set of questions, we have Notes Punch with a list of them. His first question is, what's your most complimented fragrance? Definitely the 1 EDP by Dolce & Gabbana for both sexes, but as far as just what girls compliment me on, definitely Gucci Pour Homme 2. Next up, what's your all-time favorite fragrances? I'll give you 5. Definitely Gucci Pour Homme 2, Reflection Man by Amouage, Citiver by Dueto Parfums, Platinum Égoïste by Chanel, and Creed's Millésime Impérial. Next question, what are the fragrances that tend to be beast modes on other people, but they perform poorly on my skin? And the one that comes to mind is definitely Pie by Givenchy. I have a 2011 bottle, and that will perform wondrously on other people's skin, but on mine, it's just horrible. We're talking no more than an hour of projection. We're talking about 3 to 4 hours total for longevity. 4 is being generous as well. So definitely Pie by Givenchy. I know it's not a beast mode performer, but it's just one that comes to mind that just underperforms on my skin. Next question, what are your favorite cheapies? To be honest, bro, I don't have a lot of fragrances from the $20 US range and lower, but one that comes to mind is definitely Voyage by Nautica. Next up, what's on your to buy list? Definitely Memoir Man by Amouage, as well as Oud Ispahan and Fève Délicieuse from Christian Dior's La Collection Privée line. Shoutouts to Vincent63 on Instagram, definitely the dawn of Fève Délicieuse. His second last question now, what's your goal on this fragrance journey? Honestly, bro, just to smell nice, in accordance to the occasion that I am in as well. I kind of look at fragrances kind of like how I look at clothes, as far as dressing for the occasion and the climate. Fragrances for me are simply essentials, kind of like a shirt, pants, and shoes are, just I like fragrances a lot more. And his last question, if you're going out on a date with a supermodel and you want to impress her, what would you wear? Fragrance wise, definitely gotta go with Gucci Pour Homme 2. It's not even close. Again, it's what girls like on me the most. Next question comes from Ryan at Sin Fragrance. What type of music are you into at the moment? So definitely my favorite band of all time, that's Nightwish. They're a symphonic metal band from Finland. Their music really just takes me to a different place as far as lyrics and sound, so if you guys want to go on an adventure, definitely check out Nightwish. I'm also a big fan of The Birthday Massacre. They're a band out of Toronto. They're kind of like gothic rock and dark wave, and I think they're the best at what they do. I also have the Kings of Drum and Bass on repeat in Pendulum. Really love their brand of music. Basically drum and bass infused with metal and rap and a bunch of other elements. I think it's great. I'm also a big K-pop fan, so Girls' Generation's my favorite group. If you haven't seen the videos for Mr. Taxi or Hoot, that stuff is life-changing as far as how catchy and how visually appealing it is. And lastly, I'm actually a big fan of rap music. That's what I was brought up on, so I'll always have Eminem, Tupac, and Outkast on rotation. Next question by Sephi X Roth. What is your nationality/ethnicity? My ethnicity is definitely Filipino like you suspected, but my nationality is Canadian and American. Next question by the Canuck Shaver. As a fellow Canadian, I was wondering where you get all your frags from. I live on the East Coast and all we have is the Bay and Shoppers Drug Mart. Cheers. Honestly, bro, I'll go to those fragrance discount sites like Fragrance Buy, FragranceNet, and FragranceX. Yes, shipping might take a long time if you are Canadian, especially out there in the East Coast, but I don't mind waiting a few extra days rather than paying full price at places like Hudson's Bay and Shoppers Drug Mart. Next question is from Hazem, I think. Can you do a review on Gentleman Only by Givenchy? I recently smelled it at Macy's and I think I'm going to get it. Well, bro, if you like the scent and if it performs on you, then definitely go pull the trigger. But honestly, bro, I have not got my nose on Gentleman Only yet. I'd like to, but for now, I have a few Givenchys on my list that I've yet to review, including Pie and Play. Those are the ones I own, so I'm going to get those out of the way with first. But definitely, I will get my nose on Gentleman Only. Next up, we have David Torres. If you could only have one fragrance for the rest of your life, which one would it be and why? Easily Reflection Man by Amouage. I think it's a good representation of who I am. I would consider myself to be a student of the game as far as fragrances and just life in general. So I love learning and reflecting, if you will, and I do have an appreciation for the finer things in life, like a good Amouage fragrance, and I just simply love the motif of reflection in Reflection Man, and I love white florals and sandalwood already, so that will definitely be my fragrance for life. Next question is by Philip Earl. What are your first impressions of Narciso Rodriguez for Homme EDT? Honestly, bro, I have not got my nose on any Narciso Rodriguez perfume, but I would like to in the future, hopefully ASAP. Next question is by Sephi X Roth again. What is your signature scent and explain why? My year-round signature scent definitely has to be Reflection Man by Amouage, because it's seemingly what I reach for the most and for the aforementioned reasons to why it is my fragrance for life. And the next set of questions are from Wasim from Handsome Smells, and he is asking me, what got you into fragrances? Honestly, bro, it's my best friend who got me into fragrances back in the day. I always wanted to smell nice, and I would see his perfume collection from gifts he'd get from Christmas and birthdays and stuff like that. So I decided to want to smell nice one day too, and I started buying fragrances when I was super young as well. And that's pretty much it. I've been on a roll ever since. Next question, why did you start reviewing on YouTube? Believe it or not, I am a broadcaster by trade, so I started doing this to keep my skills sharp as far as being on camera and being able to edit videos. And I think I've been doing an alright job so far, but to be honest, I didn't expect the positive feedback that I've been getting from y'all in the community. That and I love fragrances, they're super fun, so I'm actually in it for the long haul instead of just trying to flex out with my skills. Next question, favorite YouTube reviewers? Definitely gotta go with Steven from Redolescence as far as his format. Also a big fan of My Makers for his charisma. And as far as their presentation style, definitely Jeremy Fragrance and Fragboy Dewey. Next up, what is your occupation? Currently, I work at a local casino here in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. But like I said earlier, I'm a broadcaster by trade, so I'm an aspiring broadcaster and web content creator. And the last question today is from MonDragon97. Have you ever ordered Creed fragrances from FragranceNet.com? If yes, are they legit? Honestly, just because FragranceNet is not an official distributor of Creed doesn't mean that they didn't get it from reliable sources, but everything I've got from them is real. I've cross-referenced their stuff with other people's bottles and everything seems to check out as far as presentation and smell. So definitely legit, yes. And I think that about does it for me, guys, as far as my fragrance Q&A. Thank you so much for all of the questions on that previous video of Midnight in Paris. If you guys haven't seen my first impressions for that, I'll leave it in the description below again. But thanks for the lovely support as always. If you guys want to leave me a comment in the comment section below, please do so. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe for more content if you haven't yet. I'll see you later, and take care, guys. Bye.